So we're back here on the cluster, and let me tell you guys, I've been seeing all the comments for like the last 2 weeks. Syntac, where are the cluster videos? When's the next cluster video? Have you quit the cluster? It's been 2 weeks. You only playing modded now? Okay, let me just say, I have been on here doing things. It's just, I gotta just show you. So first of all, welcome back. We've got our little Shadow Maid chibi here. If you guys haven't seen this, it's pretty cool. I don't really know what to call this one here. It's actually got some really nice colors. I really like that one. Obviously, they kind of randomize every single time you get one, but yeah, you get it through the Genesis season pass thingy. Oh wait, no, you get it from the Chronicles things. Yeah, you see, I'm just so out of it right now. All right, so let me just show you guys what I've been working on. So I do come on here quite a lot, actually. We're doing a good amount of modded videos right now, but, well, I've basically just given away what this place is, if you can read. So for the people who can read, it's this, but for the people who can't, we have a ginormous gacha factory right now, and I've wanted to show some of this off, but I just don't really know if it's that entertaining. Let me explain. Okay, so I do come on here quite a lot. I really do. I come on here a good amount, and I kind of like get projects done and continue with some stuff that I'm working on here in the background and everything like that. And this was kind of one of those projects. It's been a long time since we actually tamed up the gachas. Like, we did a bunch of gacha taming over on Extinction, and I made a whole deal about how I wanted to make a farm with every single gacha, and, well, I did it. I did it. Here's the thing. I also, I did the most painful thing ever. I mutated them. Yeah, they've all got 20 crafting skill mutations, and I have to say, I think the gacha is a bit different from other creatures because it has like an extra stat that can be mutated, and I definitely feel like that just adds in a whole lot of extra difficulty when you're trying to stack mutations onto the one stat. So normally there's like 7 stats, right? Because it stops down here in movement speed. Every creature usually has all of these stats right here. I mean, some of them don't have oxygen or whatever, but you know what I mean. So a crafting skill is like an 8th one. So that means that every single time I get a mutation, it has a 1 in 8 chance of landing on what I need it to be. And I also have to bear in mind that I'm not always going to get mutations. There's like a even smaller chance of me actually getting a mutation and it landing on what I need it to land on. So for this, it seemed a hell of a lot harder because of that 8th stat, but I eventually got it. I was actually planning on trying to get 40 stacked mutations, but once I got to like 10, it was taking a long time. I mean, like, I think it probably took like a week to get to that stage. And this was like constantly on, you know, looking at the gachas every half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. It was ridiculous. So eventually I got to the point where we had 20 mutations, and I'm just going to gamma up because it's kind of, I don't know, it's weirdly dark up here, and I don't know why. But yeah, eventually I got to that point where we had the 20 mutations, and I was just like, you know what? No, I don't want to go any further. This was too painful. So, and also, bear in mind, once you go past 20 on the same creature, like if you're, you know, stacking above 20 of like the one stat into the same stack, it halves the odds. So not only was it always going to be like really difficult to get, but now it's going to be half, like 50% less likely, because you can't have it land on the side that already has 20. Yeah, if you guys know about mutations, you know what I'm talking about. Why the hell did I drop this? If you don't, then, yeah, this is like, may sound like a whole lot of gibberish. But anyway, I got to the point where I had them all. With the 20 mutations, I had like a bunch of them, and then I bred them all together, and then here was the even more entertaining part, trying to get all of the different production things that they have, because every single gacha has 6 different things it can produce, and you can set it so you can choose what you want it to produce. For this one here, I've named it clay because this one is the one that produces clay, but it can also produce all these other things. So a lot of them were like really easy to get, but there is one specific one that is marked as very rare on the wiki. Now, I don't know if this one is actually just in a whole other league of its own or whatever, but the element dust definitely seems to be very rare. I don't know if it actually is supposed to be, but it definitely seems that way. So element dust was great. Trying to get this. Very, very difficult to get, let me tell you. But here's the worst part. I had to get 2 of them. I could have cloned the first one when I got it, but it costs a lot to do that. It really does. Like, cloning creatures is just tons and tons of element. So I figured I'd tough it out. Oh my god, that thing just like shot right down. I figured I'd tough it out and just wait till I had 2 of them. I got this one in like the first 50 gachas. This one here is probably like gacha number 300. I'm not even exaggerating. This was ridiculous. So anyway, yeah, in like the first 50 gachas, I had already collected all of the other ones here. So there's a massive list. You can look at it on the wiki, but you can also just look at the names when you see them here. These are all the materials that gachas can produce. So getting all these was pretty easy, like, because most of them actually already had like multiple things that I needed. So it was like, okay, I'll get the rare things first, and then once I have all those, I'll work on the uncommons, and then the commons were just kind of left over at the end. So those were all easy, and then after that, I started breeding, trying to get these dudes. Got this dude not long after, like I said, and then obviously this one here was an absolute pain, and I really regretted not cloning this one right here, but it's okay. Now, you may notice these ones are actually, well, they're super leveled, I mean, compared to the rest of these dudes around here. And the reason for that is, I wanted to. I figured it was a smart idea to just level the crap out of these 2 and just leave these 2 here for like a little while and collect up just a little bit of element and some stuff. So let me show you what we got going on here. So all of these dedicated storage kind of represent what's on the lane. So for this one right here, we have 2 sides. So let's just look at this side here. So we've got element being the close one, metal being the middle one, and then black pearls being the further one. And then obviously right here, you can see what we have right there. And then over here, I have 2 element ones, and every other resource, I only have 1, because there's 23 things they could produce, and 24 was like a nice number because I can make this type of pattern. This was also a very expensive project. Yeah, in case you're curious, and you don't like play with S+, or you haven't like learned what all these things are from S+, these are Gacha Gavagers. They cost, what was it, 2,000, I think 2,500 metal to craft. They're very, very expensive, but they're very useful because they allow you to have gachas in close proximity to each other without upsetting them, because, well, you can't see them right now, but there would be particles on the back right there if it had a snow owl pellet in its inventory. And those particles, if they get upset, they basically just don't produce the crystals as fast. They also just don't produce much like loot and everything like that. So it's not preferable. So this from S+ is a godsend. It just allows you to be able to have tons of them in the same area, because I think normally you have to have them like 12 foundations apart. I know people on official have like gigantic upside down pyramids of these things, right? I'm pretty sure you guys do. So anyway, this was very expensive, very, very expensive, and also it's not even done. Here's one thing that you may have noticed. I do not have a snow owl pellet farm, and I need to make one. I don't know where I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I don't know why I didn't realize I needed it when I was designing all of this. So yeah, this project is just taking a long ass time, and I would have loved to show you guys videos and like making all of this along the way, but we already did the gacha video a little while ago, and I didn't really feel like doing a video on just making a gacha mutation stack. Plus that took a long ass time. It was very stressful. So yeah, I don't know, it just kind of happened this way, and this is often what happens on here. Wow, this is a weird angle. This is often what happens on here. Like, I'll get really engrossed in like this gigantic project like this or the base, and I'll kind of just do it all and then show you guys, because I feel like that makes for more entertaining content than just constant updates of like not really much progress. But here we are. We have this gigantic farm, 23 resources that it produces. I mean, here's one really dumb one. I feed my gacha stone. I know you can feed them other crafted materials and stuff, but personally, stone is just easy. I can go out with my Dodic, or my Dodix and my Karkanos, and I can just automatically collect it really quick. Just chuck it all in, let them eat it all up and everything like that. And I don't know, it's just really funny that I have gachas here that produce stone, but they produce it in a worse, like, I think, what is it again? I don't know how much stone they're actually eating to produce stone, but they're not producing as much as I'm feeding them, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But anyway, yeah, stone is one thing that they produce, but I'm feeding them stone. So I don't know. I found that funny. It's almost like, you know, feeding them sweet corn, and then we get sweet corn out of the, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I just realized we've been rambling for like 10 minutes. Guys, welcome back. Hit the like button if you enjoy this type of content. This project, it's really cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing this type of stuff, but it's just so confusing trying to figure out how to make this an entertaining video. And also, I gotta say, I'm really happy with the colors that I got on the gachas. This just turned out this way. We've got a nice blue, we've got like a cyan, and like a nice red as well. There's some more regions on there, but I don't know if all of them have the exact same color on those. I don't think anything has really anything super poppy. But yeah, I don't know. Not all these gachas have the exact same colors, but I made sure that they at least have those 3 really nice colors out of it. So, yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, I think what I want to try and do here today is figure out something to do with snow owl pellets. We're going to probably make an absolute army of like night owls, because currently the best way that I could do it is probably just using all of the snow owls I was breeding. Because let me teleport around a little bit here. I love this personal teleporter, by the way. Let's go to the breeding bunkers. So we have our little thingy right here. Let me see. Where the hell? I think snow owls are over here, right? There they are. So right here is 84 snow owls. And these were all the snow owls that were used to make night owls. So, like, there's just tons of them in here. I could use some of them, or I could just probably go ahead and make a crap ton of night owls to be able to produce all of the snow owl pellets that I'll need to sustain that farm, because that farm is going to be pretty insane. We're also probably not going to be using every single resource all the time. We're actually, you know what, here, let me show you this real quick. This gacha right here is one of the, yeah, this one here is clean. It's not imprinted, although this stat doesn't get boosted by imprints. It does get boosted by the mutations, of course. So it started out as 145, and that goes up by exactly 1 point or 1% per, or I guess 2% per mutation. So yeah, it went up by 40 points because we got the 20. So pretty awesome. And then obviously we can level on top of that, which is great. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so we're gonna need just probably tons and tons of snow owl pellets. Oh yeah, now I remember. So we're not going to be, you know, having every single resource running all the time. I'll probably have element running most of the time, but whenever I need something in particular, like if I need black pearls or whatever, I could just head there. I could just dump in a crap ton of stone and snow owl pellets into those gachas that produce that stuff, and I could just, you know, produce it all whenever I need it and just have a crap ton of it. Even just AFKing over there would be great. So it almost would have made more sense to build it beside the breeding bunkers, but I did not do that because lag. I don't want all of this stuff to be shoved into the same area where I'm like loading it in constantly. So let me just give you an example. By the way, yeah, we'll finish up this wall at some point. I'll get to it. Don't worry. We still have some Easter creatures around here. It's kind of funny. So like whenever I go near the... Also, did I even show this off? I can't even remember. I made some changes to this that will disappear. I'll make it all invisible. Don't worry. But yeah, the freaking egg fall right here, which is my awesome, crazy project of chaotic parasaur breeding and baby killing, and it seems like it's had a little bit of an explosion. But whenever I kind of like come by here or like load this in, babies fall down, and then if I'm not around for them to be hatched and killed, they'll just like overspawn and potentially kill the baby blender, which is not what you want. You don't want your baby blender to die. What is happening? I feel like we were kind of getting stuck on some invisible creatures or something. Don't really know. Can I ride on you? I'm trying to hit ride. Oh, hang on. And I don't seem to be able to get in there. And I'm trying to hit E when it says ride, but it won't allow me. Now I'm stuck. What the hell's happened here? Anyway, yeah, so just stuff like this, having all of this like in the same area would not make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, also this freaking farm is insane. So if you're wondering what all this stuff on the outside is, it's my attempt to try and make it explosion proof, if you understand what that means. So like sometimes the eggs will get caught up the top and then a crap ton of babies will just be running around, and I used to have barriers on the outside, but I figured I'm gonna need to come up with some better method for that because they can't get out. once they grow up a good amount, because they can't fall down the hole. So I basically thought, hey, let's just make an outside, I guess, I don't know, funnel where they can all just like fall down, and then hopefully they'll run down here. Now, it doesn't always happen, but I also was kind of toying with the idea that, you know, if they come near the edge, that will like push them in. I don't know, kind of just, you know, trying to make the farm a little bit better. I'm not 100% dead set on the changes that I have made to it, but yeah, I made them, and I'll have to keep them that way for the moment. I don't seem to be able to kill that one. Oh, here comes the eggs. Although I think we have the hatchery running right now. I did not mean to pick that up. Is the hatchery running? It is indeed. All right, let me go ahead and just drop that. It will probably get picked up, I think. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Did it also pick up that one too? Cool. So yeah, we just have tons and tons of parasaur eggs in here. Oh my god. All right, so a couple more things that I've been working on. I can't show you yet because I don't want to ruin that video when it gets around to the point when I'm gonna do that video. There's like a lot of things that I try to like get done in the background, and then, you know, that way I don't have to like rush them all, or well, sometimes I can't rush them all. But yeah, that way I can kind of like plan ahead and kind of like make content for the future, and then I can show off that stuff and do that stuff. So I have a lot of those types of projects in the works right now. Plus, I didn't really want to be like rushing out tons and tons of videos on here a lot because, well, we're very close to episode 100, closer than I thought we were, and I don't know why. I apparently I can't count. So yeah, that's definitely one thing that I want to kind of like keep in mind. Like, I don't want to just rush right ahead to episode 100 and then be like, oh crap, like what do I want to do? Sometimes I like to do something somewhat kind of special. Sometimes I don't. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it if we want to do something like kind of special on here, because this has been a really fun series for me so far. I still have the floating mammoth, by the way. Also, I realize we're just running around and rambling right now. I think what I'm going to try and do right now is grab Night Owl and breed the crap out of Night Owl. Looky guy. We're going to try and make just tons and tons of Night Owls, and we can hopefully try to work on our little pellet problem. So yeah, I'll get to work on this, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so here we go. We have 96 snow owls, all offspring of Night Owl, and they all look identical as well. I don't exactly know where I'm gonna put them and like how I'm gonna do it, but I figured we have 24 gachas here, and if I wanted all of them going at once, I'd probably want at least 4 snow owls per gacha, just to kind of keep the ball rolling, because the snow owl pellets essentially make the gachas happy. They kind of almost boost the loot as well. I think with the gachas happy, you can get 180 element dust out of them, and when it's not happy, you get like varied numbers. Like right now, none of these gachas are like super happy or whatever, so you can see like with some of the materials, we're kind of getting like random amounts. Let's actually go ahead and just upload all that to the dedicated storage. We can probably just pull all this out and grind it up as well. That's why we have a grinder over here. Let me go ahead and just chuck let me just chuck everything in here, actually. And there we go. That is a lot of things. All right, so let me see. Okay, first upload and then pull. And then let's do that with all of these. So they all have a good amount of materials in them. I'll have to do that occasionally. I think there might be a way for me to automate that in one of like the settings of this thing. Oh crap. Oh, I can move though. Never mind. I was about to say we're stuck, but no. Let's go ahead and just chuck all that into there. Most of the time with the with the crystals and stuff, like the loot that I'm getting, like I probably won't keep it. I mean, I think it's better to just grind it anyway. Like a lot of this stuff is good. Like this is actually really nice, but I probably have something better, or a blueprint that I can use the materials that I'll get from grinding stuff like this to make. So boom, there we go. Craft tons of materials. We've got a little intake right here for the dedicated storage, and I've just been chucking all the rest of the stuff into here. So there we go. Boom and boom. And then those can go into the ground. So for the snow owls, I'm not exactly sure if I even want to actually build anything for today, because I still need to kind of like plan out this whole building here as well. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might want to spend a little bit of time on actually like planning all this out properly, but at least we got to the point now where we have all the snow owls, and I could probably just put them on like a platform somewhere and just kind of have them, you know, pooping out their little, I guess, vomiting out their disgusting crap that they I don't even understand. It's so disgusting. I'm so glad that that like owls aren't normal like pets that everybody has, because I know my wife definitely would have one if they were. Maybe they are. I don't even know. Don't tell her if they are. Please don't. Anyway, but my point is that like it's really disgusting. Anyway, with the whole like snow owl thing, I don't actually even have to have them in like a spot where they'll poop them out right on top of the gotchas, because with S Plus it is all just completely automated. I think it might be kind of nice if I had like a tower of them. And what do we have? We have 96 of them right now. So is that... Yeah, we can divide that by 4. We could probably do like, you know, one in every direction and then just kind of like bring it right up into the sky or something. I'm not exactly sure, but we can figure it out. We can get to that point. I just don't really think like rushing into some of this stuff would be very wise for us at this stage. Also, it's really weird the way the gotchas just like jump right down like that. I think a couple more things that I want to do for this build is I also feel like it might be important to have a Carcanos specifically for this area, and then also 2 Dodix for this area, because I don't want to constantly have to like leave my Carcanos over here or go off and get it wherever I have it, and then the Dodix as well. So we could probably just go ahead and make up a new batch of Dodix. My mouse is like waking out right now. What the hell? And then tame up a new Carcanos at some point. So we'll probably get to that at some stage soon. Also, we have tech turrets out here. I did not know any better way of protecting the place for the moment, so there's 2 on each of the little gateways, I suppose, just to kind of keep them safe, because I don't actually even know if creatures will like target the gotchas when they're inside of these things, or if that's like an actual like tech shield that can protect them. I don't really know, to be honest. I've never had to like worry about these creatures getting attacked, so I figured I'd at least play it safe. And also it's great because it just keeps all the creatures away from me as well. So yeah, let me see. All right, well, we've probably already accumulated a good amount of stuff here. I think, yeah, what we'll do is we will shelf the idea of the snow owl thing for today. I was planning on doing it, but I definitely feel like it needs to be done in a smart way, or maybe I can do something maybe where they all like drop them in through the roof of this whole building. I don't really know. I need to kind of like get to that point mentally and like figure out how to do all of that in a nice, appealing to look at kind of way, because I do like to build nice buildings around my White Cliffs biome that I've just stolen. This whole biome's mine. Nobody else could ever build here. No, I'm just kidding. Although, you know what? I do really like the idea that, you know, we have so many things just scattered along this. Like, it really, I don't know, it really makes it super interesting. I've just realized I can show you something else I've been kind of somewhat working on. Yeah, this will excite people, actually. Everybody's been waiting for the newest rendition of the museum, and I've been trying to figure out how to do it. So we're gonna do it on the water. So this might all change. This might all like move, but here's a rough mock-up of the museum. Like, when I say I'm on here doing things, like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm literally on here a lot of the time doing things and like figuring things out, trying to make the content. It's just the cluster takes a long time to kind of like get these videos out, and I just can't do them daily to the same quality that I want them to be. But with like modded stuff, I could just, like, sometimes I literally sit down for like an hour and that's a video. Whereas sometimes when I come on here, it's like 9-10 hours in a single day, and then awesome, cool video, you know, like it's great. I love it. But like, yeah, this stuff takes a lot more time. And right there, you can see there's like a weird little glitch thing, because there's 2 of these ocean platforms like overlapping. The cool part about the S Plus ones is that you can kind of like choose what sides. Oh, I can't do it when stuff is attached, so never mind about that. But you can kind of like choose what sides you want to have appearing. So I have like the left on this one and the right on this one appearing. So it's really cool, actually. It almost makes like a really nice little bridge. But anyway, yeah, so this will be the new museum. I'll work on it a little bit, try to like map things out as well. Again, I can't just rush into like a project like this. Let me just tech run so you can see how far it's gonna go. I mean, it's gonna go even further than what you see here. This is just as far as I built it. So yeah, I figured building it on the water would be kind of nice because number one, it's safe. Number two, I don't have to deal with stupid not so flat areas in some spots. Like even building the whole Gacha factory, like goddamn, I at one stage had it all almost fully built up, like, you know, the whole foundation area. I almost had that fully built up, and then I realized, oh wait, it's gonna go into the ground in this certain spot, so I need to move it all over by like 8 foundations. Oh, it was the worst. I don't like that. You guys see that? That's so annoying to look at, the way it just like wigs out. But it's just gonna have to be like that because this looks really, really dope actually. So yeah, anyway, this is like the entrance to the museum. We're kind of like entering in the same way that we kind of go into, well, we went into the old museum that I made on the last cluster, which we never fully finished because it's a massive project and it takes a lot of work and preparation and planning and everything. But this time I definitely will finish it, don't you worry. But yeah, so this is like the first little room. We've got the carnivores on this side, we've got the herbivores on this side, and then the flying creatures, aviary creatures, whatever, in the center, which is really cool. So yeah, hopefully they don't add any more skeletal creatures in the next few months. If they add like a good amount, then that's gonna be great. But if they only add like 1 or 3 or something, then it's really gonna throw off my numbers in here, and I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. Even though I really want them to do a skeletal horse, I have no idea where I'd put that in here. Maybe move the Jerboa? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this is like the start of another massive project that, again, I can't really do videos on because it's not really video worthy just yet. But it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. It's gonna be really, really cool. And look how far we have to go. Hey, look, there's an alpha megalodoodle. We have like so far that we can go right ahead here. Also, picking the perfect kind of like length of water was a bit of a pain because I actually initially almost had it intersecting with that land over there or getting too close to it, which I didn't like. But right here, I'm flying straight on pretty much, and as you can see, we're not going to collide with anything until we hit the whatever that biome is way up ahead. So yeah, guys, I think that's probably going to be it for today. We've got a lot of things in the works, a lot of things that I've showed you here today, and you know, we'll kind of like try and continue to work on this stuff as well. But at the same time, I kind of do want to get back into trying to tame up some more creatures on here. What am I out of? What am I out of element on? Is it the pants? I think it might be. Oh my god, I just realized I didn't bring my element with me, and I'm flying all the way out here, and there's dolphins jumping out of the water, killing themselves. Oh man, yeah, that was a little bit scary. I thought that I was gonna fall into the water there for a second, because there's a lot of bad things. Anyway, yeah, so I do want to get back into taming things here on the cluster. Getting away from some of the massive projects, at least for the moment, would be great. So yeah, we'll get back to that stuff pretty soon. I actually have some cool ideas for some things that I want to try and tame up and breed and everything. But yeah, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed the video, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any of these projects that I've showed you here today, especially the museum. I'll definitely continue to work on it. But for the moment, I think maybe I'll wait till like Genesis Part 2 is out, just so I know what creatures are in that before I fully start mapping everything out. But yeah, it's really awesome. I love this little bit of glass here with the water underneath. That's very, very nice. Anyway, yeah, that is it for today, and I'll catch you in the next one.